And it's going to ask you to set up the daily and the weekly jobs. Now, this is a huge portion of the app. 40% of the kids' income comes from their daily job. So what we're going to do here is we're going to make a list of all the jobs that need to be done in the house and the yard. Anything that doesn't get put on here, and you see you got daily jobs and you got weekly jobs, anything that doesn't get put on here isn't going to get done. So make sure, it's got defaults. I think there's 10 daily jobs and 10 weekly jobs. These are just kind of to spur your memory, give you ideas. You don't have to use these. These are easily changed. So for instance, bedroom, we're going to change this to be master bedroom. And then you notice down here it's got job description. So this will become your checklist later. And you just enter it in by comma. So we're going to say make bed, comma, and you'll see here in a minute. Make bed, comma, laundry in basket, items off floor. What else? What else do you do in the bedroom here? Maybe vacuum rug, and we'll say that's good. Those are the 4 things you got to do for the master bedroom to be considered done. But a lot of times you have more than one bedroom. So we're going to add another room, add a daily job. Oh, I reached my max, so we're going to get rid of one. There's too many jobs here. So we don't have a pet, so we're going to get rid of that one. Just swipe from right, delete. And we're going to combine counters and dishes. So we're going to delete that one. We're going to tap dishes. We're going to call it dishes and counters. And I'm going to change this clear counters, dishes loaded into dishwasher. Whoops, I'm not going to use emojis at the moment. You can do emojis, but we're not going to do that at the moment. Dishes loaded in the dishwasher, because maybe if you have little kids, maybe their checklist, you want to use little icons to help them remember. But this is primarily for the job inspector. Okay, so we're going to do clear counters, dishes loaded in the dishwasher, counters wiped, and sink clean. And we can always change. That's the neat thing about this, the job description. We can always go back and change it later as well. Tap OK. And meal prep, living room, sweep and vacuum. Yeah, we're going to get rid of that. And we're going to add a bedroom here. So I tap the little plus button, add a daily job. I'm going to call this boys bedroom. And I'm going to enter all this information in later. Just tap done, tap save, and there it is. It shows up at the bottom. I want to rearrange these jobs a little bit. Not that it really matters, but for me, I'm just being a little anal retentive. I'm going to just drag it up there. So now I've got 2 bedrooms on my list. Bathrooms, all the bathrooms are going to be one job. All the laundry is going to be one job. The living room is going to be one job. Now, if you have a job that takes more than a half hour, and I should probably explain this, the way Moneypants works is the daily job should take about a half hour. It should be, and if a job takes longer than a half hour, it should be split into multiple jobs. If it takes less than about 10 or 15 minutes, it should probably be combined with another job. And the reason is this: every job pays the same. So all the daily jobs, whether it's master bedroom, laundry, living room, wiping the table, they all pay exactly the same. So you want to kind of even them out, which is why a few minutes ago I combined dishes and counters, because counters alone, that's like a 30-second job. Dishes is a much bigger job, so I combine them together. And now this is a family of 3, a single mom with 2 sons, so they're not going to have a whole lot of dishes. But a larger family, they may have a lot more dishes. You may split it into 2 jobs. It may be one person washes the dishes and another person puts them away, something like that. And then we're going to look at weekly jobs here. Sweep porch, well, weed garden, we don't have a garden, so we're going to get rid of that. Wash windows, yeah, that's good. Dust cobwebs, yeah. Mop floors, well, we only have carpet, so we're going to delete that. Clean cabinets, yeah. And these are on the weekly basis. Now, the thing you don't want to do here, don't add habits. That's in a second. We're going to do that in just a second. Also, don't add irregular jobs. So yearly jobs or seasonal jobs, those go in job jar, and we'll cover that probably in the next tutorial. So just for now, all we're doing are daily jobs and weekly jobs to keep the home running. So once I'm done here, oh, by the way, if you have any questions, you can always just go to the little question mark at the bottom of the page, and it has a description of kind of what I just covered. Tap next, and it's going to go, now you're going to assign these jobs. You got to assign these jobs out. You made all these jobs, now who's going to do them? And it starts with the youngest, and in this case it's Chunky Monkey, and it's going to say, it's going to give you some ideas. It says here he's 5 years old. There's actually an age-appropriate jobs list. This is just a suggestion. You can tap on that, and it gives you a list. You've got, pretty much from age 2 on up. There is definitely something every kid can do in the family. So straightening the living room, cleaning the bedroom, those are things 2-year-olds can do. Clearing and wiping the table, vacuuming. In my house, the kids start learning how to vacuum when they're 4 or 5 years old. By the time they're 6, they're cleaning the bathrooms. I mean, this list is pretty good. It's not perfect. Obviously, you know your kids better than anybody, so you would know what is appropriate for your kid. I have more than one kid, and I know that each one of my kids, they have different personalities. So maybe one kid is way more responsible, and I would trust him to use the vacuum and not break it, whereas another kid who's the same age or slightly younger, I wouldn't trust them to use the vacuum, and I give them a different job. It totally depends on the personality of the kid. So it's just a kind of a reference point. Anyway, you tap there, and it's going to ask you, okay, so what's Chunky Monkey? I love that name. What's Chunky Monkey going to do? Well, he's going to clean the boys' bedroom, and he's going to clean the living room, and you know what? We're going to have him wipe the table. And all I'm doing here is I'm tapping, and it's giving a little green check mark next to the job. And for his weekly job, he's going to sweep the porch, and he is going to clean cabinets. And I changed my mind. I don't want all these weekly jobs, so I'm just going to tap the back button. I'm going to go to weekly jobs, and we're going to get rid of clean the fridge. We don't need to do that weekly. And we're not going to be doing we're not going to be cleaning the cabinets every week either. That's just too much. And do we really need to do dusting and cobwebs every week? No. So now we only have 1, 2, 3. We only have 5 weekly jobs. Great. Go back to Chunky Monkey, and it remembers his daily job assignments, but now his weekly jobs, he's just going to be sweeping the porch. I think that's good enough for what is he, 5? I think that's good enough for him. Tap next. Now we're on to Skinny, who's the kid in the background. He looks like he's about 9, so tap OK. Now, Chunky Monkey, his jobs show up with a little gray check mark, meaning those jobs have already been selected. So Skinny, we're going to have him clean the bathrooms, do the laundry, and dishes and counters. Now, I could choose another job. Watch what happens if I tap meal prep. It's going to say, whoa, hold on. He's got a lot of jobs. That's 3 daily jobs. Now he's going to have 4 daily jobs. It's going to be hard for him to finish all those jobs within that 30-minute time limit. And again, the reason why we chose the 30-minute time limit, because it just seemed right. That longer than that, if job time takes longer than that, kids get overwhelmed. But if it's less than that, then the house doesn't really get clean. If you have a 5-minute job timer, you're just not going to get everything in the house done. So we kind of chose the 30-minute timer. It kind of feels right. You can adjust that for your family. But for our family, and as a general rule in the families that we've had use this system, they found that 30 minutes is about the perfect amount of time to do a job. And you can have job time more than once a day. You can maybe have morning job time and evening job time. And so in this case, I'm going to click cancel. In this case, Skinny's going to do the bathrooms in the morning, and maybe he's going to do laundry and dishes at night. He'll start a load of laundry while it's going. He'll go and do the dishes and counters. I don't know. And then for his weekly job, he's good at washing cars, and he's going to mow the lawn. Great. And now it's going to ask for Mom. It's going to say, okay, she picks up whatever's left. So we tap OK. And she's got, she's going to clean the master bedroom. That makes sense. And she's also going to do meal prep. She gets stuck washing windows, and she'll do edging the lawn. Now, you notice something interesting about this chore chart. Unlike most chore charts, it's just the kids. Nope, this one includes the parents too. Mom is going to earn her spending money by doing her assignments. She was already cleaning her room. She was already doing meal prep. She was already washing windows, and she's the only one who knows how to use the edger, so she was already edging the lawn anyway, except now she's going to be earning her spending money. She's going to feel great about herself. And it's going to get even better in a second because she's also going to give herself some really cool habits that she's going to work on and develop, and she's going to pay herself and reward herself for that. Okay, so now that we're all done, we click next. If there's a problem, then it'll actually say, you got to make sure you assign the jobs out. It'll give you a little error message if you don't assign out all the jobs. But it'll say, are you good? Yep, we're good. Click continue. Now it's going to ask for payday and inspections. In this family, there's only one parent, so they get to do payday and inspections. But if there were two parents, you could choose. Or maybe if there's two parents and a grandparent, and you're all part of the same household, you can choose from of the three individuals. In this case, there's just one, so it's only going to give me one option. Choose a parent. Well, where you have to choose mom. She's going to be the one doing payday. And we'll talk about payday here in a minute. But then it's going to ask, when do you hold payday? Now, you can have payday any day of the week. It doesn't limit you to just one day a week or one time period. This is a good reference point. So we would suggest you using a time when you have a little bit more freedom to make sure that you get it done. And some people, maybe they're like, oh no, I'm so busy. I only have Friday afternoons between 3 and 4 o'clock, and that's when payday is going to be. Great. But for other families, we've noticed that a lot of families do better when they do it on the weekend. So that's what we're going to do here. Mom's going to have payday Saturday right after job time. Everyone's doing their morning jobs, their weekly jobs, and then they're going to do payday, and everyone's going to be super excited because they just earned all sorts of money. Tap the little red button that says, yep, Saturday 10 a.m. And then which parent's going to do inspection? Well, it's kind of a foregone conclusion. It's going to be mom. Also, one other note on when you're holding payday, it's important that you choose a day also because there are certain settings that you can only change later if they're on payday. For example, I think you can only change the job, I think you can only change the order of the jobs, reassign jobs, and modify people's budgets on payday. So make sure, again, Saturday or Sunday seems to work best for most families. It's totally up to you though, okay? Again, if you have a question, it's got a little, tap the question mark button, it'll give you an explanation what this page is all about. Tap next, give you a nice little summary. Now, this same page shows up on the home screen when you finish setup, and if I tap, let's just tap on master bedroom and you'll see what I mean. Here's your checklist. This is the checklist we created just a few minutes ago where it has the master bedroom and it has the list of what needs to happen in order for master bedroom to pass inspection. So mom's going to go around, and when she does inspection, she's going to pull this up and she's going to say, okay, master bedroom, bed made, check. Laundry and basket, check. Items off the floor, check. Vacuum rug, check. Okay, good. And then she's going to mark the job as complete. Pretty cool. It's a digital checklist. This is one of my favorite features. I love it. Anyway, it gives you a list too of also, this is the summary of what you've assigned everybody. So you can go over and go, wow, Mom's got 3 daily jobs, 3 weekly jobs. Skinny's got 3 daily jobs, 2 weekly jobs, and Chunky Monkey's got 3 daily jobs and 1 weekly job. It seems pretty fair. If not, tap the back button and modify it. Everything's modifiable, customizable. Make it work for your family.